Welcome to Movement, Rhythm, and Conversation, the show where we delve into the profound impact of religion, spark provoking conversation, explore the world through an open-minded perspective. I'm your host, Tafari, here to bring you engaging discussions, eye-opening stories, and conversation that pulls no punches. Whether it's faith, culture, creativity, or real-life experience, we keep it raw, honest, and unfiltered. Peace and power, family. Before we get started, please take a moment to do something important. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you never miss an episode of Movement, Rhythm, and Conversations with Tafari. Every click, share, and subscriptions help push this movement forward, spreading knowledge, rhythm, and power into our community. Let's rise together. Now, let's get into today's conversation.
We were raised on broken stories, pages soaked in someone else's life.
Welcome to Movement, Rhythm, and Conversations. I'm your host, Tafari. Today's conversation examines a difficult but necessary question. What is the difference between party loyalty and loyalty to Black interests? And how has that difference shaped political outcome for African Americans? For generations, Black voters have been among the most consistent participants in American democracy. Yet consistency has not always translated into proportional returns. In this episode, we explore how political incentive work, how guaranteed support affects accountability, and why representation does not always equate to results. This is not a conversation about telling anyone how to vote. It is a conversation about the understanding of power, leverage, and the consequences of political predictability. Party loyalty versus Black loyalty. Why we keep voting against our own interests. Let's get into it.
While they stole the heaven in our hands, told us power came from scripture.
The distinction between identity and interest. Political loyalty is often confused with identity alignment. Many African Americans have historically aligned with a political party based on legacy, symbolism, or historical moments rather than ongoing policy outcomes. Identity representation, seeing someone who looks like you in the office, does not automatically translate into advocacy for material interests such as wealth, protection, education, and equity, healthcare access, or economic development. This disconnect creates a gap between political participation and political return. The incentive problem of guaranteed votes. When any vote block is considered safe or guaranteed, its leverage diminishes. Political parties operate on incentive, not sentiments. If a party can reliably secure votes without delivering measurable outcomes, there's little strategic motivation to prioritize that group of interests. This dynamic has historically applied to African American voters across election cycles, regardless of rhetoric or campaign promises. Bipartisan benefits, minimal accountability. Both major political parties benefit from predictable voting behavior. One party may rely on loyalty rooted in historical alignment, while the other may rely on fear-based contrast or disengagement. In either case, the result is similar. Limited accountability. When outcomes are poor, responsibility is diffused and unmet. Expectations are reframed as unavoidable rather than correctable. Symbolism versus structural change. Symbolic victories, historic firsts. Representation milestones and visibility carries cultural significance, but they are not substitutes for structural change. Policies related to housing, banking, labor, education, and criminal justice shape long-term outcomes more than symbolism. A political system that emphasizes representation without structured deliveries can maintain appearance of progress while material conditions stagnate. Cost of party over people. When party alliances overweight group interests, political negotiations often exclude the very community that provide electoral support. This results in compromise, where broader agenda advance while specific harm or disparities remain unaddressed. Over time, this pattern reinforced skepticism, disengagement, and political fatigue within the community. Political independency as leverage, not isolation. Political independency does not require disengagement from the system. Rather, it reframes participation as conditional and strategic. Independency means evaluating policies, candidates, and platforms based on outcomes, not affiliation. Historically, marginalized groups gain leverage when their support must be earned, not assumed. Economic power and political influence. Political responsiveness is closely tied to economic power. Communities with organized economic influences through funding, institution, and coordinated advocacy tends to receive more policy attention. Without economic leverage, political demands are easier to ignore. This relationship underscores why discussions of political strategy often intersect with conversations about collective economics. Reframing political engagement. A shift from party loyalty to interest-based evaluation reframes political participation as transactional rather than emotional. The central question becomes what policies are proposed, what outcomes are measurable, and who benefits. This framework does not prescribe alliances. It emphasizes accountability. In that sense, political independence can be understood as a stage of political maturation rather than ideological separation. As we close, the central takeaway is not about alliances, but about evaluation, political systems, response to incentive, accountability, and leverage, not symbolism alone. When loyalty is automatically, outcomes often stagnate. When support is conditional, accountability increase. The question is not which party deserves trust, but how trust is earned, measured, and maintained over time. If political participation is to produce meaningful outcomes, it must be paired with clear expectations, economic awareness, and insist on results. Political maturity is not withdrawal, it is discernment. And discernment begins with communities ask harder questions about what they give, what they receive, and why the exchange look the way it does. This is Movement, Rhythm, and Conversations. I'm your host, Tafari. Stay black, people. If today's conversation spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share with the family, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification so you never miss an episode of Movement, Rhythm, and Conversation with Tafari. Together we rise. Unchain your mind, reclaim your soul.